Hey, it's dark. Come on a walk with me. Welcome to Interdark. If you're new here, basically all I do is talk about random things. It's very introspective, personal, sometimes life advice. You never know if it's something you might need to hear. The sky is super cloudy tonight. Kind of fitting for the cold time of year. Tonight I want to talk about worth, self-worth, missing people, missing older versions of yourself. I'm the type of person that when I reminisce on the past, I tend to not miss the people that were in it, but I miss who I was in those moments. For example, about 6 years ago, I had a really tight group of friends that I would kind of do everything with. After work, we would hang out, go do things. It wasn't really my cup of tea, but I was around people that I cared about. Since then, that time has passed, those people are no longer in my life. But I can't help but think back and reminisce, feel a little bit nostalgic sometimes about those moments and who I was specifically in those moments. It's kind of sad to say, but that version of me is gone. That guy I used to be. Humans by nature are very emotional creatures. I'm no exception. I'm a very emotional person. And if you can't tell that through these podcasts or my music, if you listen to my music, I'm a very heart-driven person. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And the guy that I used to be, he was tenfold. When I think back to who that guy was, I was a little unhappy at times, and I wasn't necessarily chasing peace. I wasn't necessarily even in peace, but I was having fun. I think it's important to remember those moments. Never forget how they made you feel. Never forget those memories and what it was like when you were younger, or with those friends, with that friend group, with that person, even just with yourself. And sometimes I miss that guy. Who I am now is, I would say I'm probably about 60% different, in the sense that I put my peace above everything. I don't like drama. I don't like problematic situations. I don't even really like going out too much anymore, to be honest with you. My life consists of the same routine every single day, and that's waking up, going to the gym, going to work, coming home. And if I don't work, then making music, just having a good time. But my version of what a good time is now versus back then, wildly different, I used to be heavy into going out and hanging out with those guys all the time, even if it was just talking in the parking lot for a little bit. That interaction, I used to crave it. And sometimes I miss that version of me that did. Now, sometimes I'd rather just be alone. And I absolutely love in-person conversation and spending time with people. But I've come to learn that not everybody's worth your time. And I've come to learn that sometimes just being in your own presence is better than being in the wrong presence. And filling the void of unhappiness and an unpeaceful life with attention from others ultimately doesn't make you any happier. It's just feeding the void, numbing whatever's there. Makes you feel a little bit better in the moment, but it doesn't really make you happy. Are you happy? Genuinely, ask yourself that question. Doing what you do, are you happy? If the answer is no, it's time to make a change, and only you can make that change. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, this time of year, a lot of people start to get depressed. And it comes with the season. I want you to know that you're not alone. And I want you to know that it's okay to not be okay. Sometimes we need a little bit of help, and it's okay to ask for it. And sometimes we just want to look up at the sky and scream. And other times you can't help but cry. It's part of life. Sometimes everything can get to be a little overwhelming, and especially if you let it build up, one small brick can make the entire house come crumbling down. So a friendly reminder that it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to need somebody to lean on. It's very important that throughout your journeys in life, if I've learned anything, it's that you don't bottle up how you feel. You find an outlet, whatever that may be. Therapy, the gym, writing, walking. Find your peace. Find your method. Find what makes you happy. Find what makes you feel better and stick to it and do it every single day, because sometimes it's all we need. It's Friday night, almost midnight, and I'm walking to the gas station because I had a good friend here a few weeks ago. I've been living in the same house for over a year. Not once did I take a chance to go outside late at night like I used to love to do and just walk and breathe and enjoy the night sky, the beauty of it. Granted, I live in a city, so we don't see that much often. But I had a good friend here that made me go on a walk with him super late at night. And I'm grateful for it, because it made me start to remember to enjoy the smaller moments and to enjoy the beauty of things. Because let me tell you, I am so grateful. Every single day I'm grateful, but I'm infinitely more grateful every time I go outside and I look up. And I think about how blessed we are. I obviously can't see it right now, it's too cloudy, but one of my favorite things to do is look up and just stare at the stars. As geeky as that might sound, it's peaceful, and I love it. It reminds me of how beautiful life is, and it reminds me of how precious life is. Don't take life for granted, and remember that it's okay to not be okay. I've said this before and I'll say it again, it's okay to slow down. I encourage it. Slow down and enjoy the small things. Enjoy the small wins. You don't have to have it all figured out right now, but you owe it to yourself to allow the opportunity for growth and change, and for yourself to genuinely be happy. So I'll ask you one more time before we end this talk. Truly, are you happy? That's pretty much where my head's at tonight. Let's do this again sometime. I love you. I'm proud of you. Whatever you're going through, I know you'll get through it. Have some faith in yourself. Keep your head up, because you're amazing. I love you. Stay safe.